Please help me get to 1,500 subscribers. I earn my living working in construction, which means early mornings before the sun is fully up, exhausting hours on the job, and coming home with my entire body sore and worn down. Natalie, my wife, always said she understood that life. She told me she respected the sacrifices I made so we could build a future together. She said she loved me. I believed her completely. That morning was no different from any other. At exactly 6 a.m., I kissed her gently on the forehead, grabbed my travel mug, and walked out the door. She was still asleep, curled up beneath the covers, peaceful and at ease. If I had known what was waiting for me later that day, I never would have left. Around midday, my supervisor called me. The job site was shutting down. Materials delayed, site issues, nothing we could control. He told me to take the rest of the day off. I couldn't believe how lucky I was. I decided to head home early and surprise Natalie. I thought maybe we'd go out for lunch or just enjoy some rare quiet time together. When I turned into our driveway, I noticed a car parked outside that I didn't recognize. My stomach dropped, but I tried to stay calm. Could have been anyone, a guest, a delivery, anything at all. Still, I couldn't shake the feeling that something wasn't right. I walked up to the front door and stopped for a moment. I don't know why. Maybe instinct. My hand was sweaty as I turned the knob. As soon as I stepped inside, I heard it. Soft laughter, low voices, and then something I couldn't ignore. A man's voice. My heart started racing. I moved slowly down the hallway, each step feeling heavier than the one before. The sounds were coming from our bedroom. Our bedroom. My chest felt tight, like it was being crushed. As I reached the door, which was slightly open, that's when I saw them. Natalie, the woman who promised to spend her life with me, was wrapped around another man. She touched him the way she used to touch me. They were completely lost in their own world, unaware of anything else. For a brief moment, my mind went blank. It didn't feel real, like I was watching someone else's life fall apart instead of my own. Then reality hit me all at once. My hands clenched, my jaw tightened. I wanted to explode, but I didn't. Instead, I pulled out my phone. I recorded a few seconds, no more than I needed. Then I quietly backed away, forced myself to breathe, and walked out of the house. I sat in my truck, gripping the steering wheel, trying to process the betrayal burning through me. Anger, humiliation, disbelief. Everything hit at once. That's when I made my decision. I sent the video directly to Natalie. No words, no explanation, just the truth. Moments later, I heard screaming from inside. Doors slammed. Chaos erupted. The front door flew open and Natalie ran toward me, wrapped in a robe, her face pale. "Please wait," she cried. "It's not what it looks like." I stared at her, completely numb. "I know exactly what it is," I said. She reached for me, but I stepped back. Behind her, the guy stood half-dressed in the doorway, frozen, looking like he wanted to disappear. "You don't understand," she sobbed. "I understand everything," I replied. I started the engine and drove away. She called over and over. I didn't answer. By the time I reached my friend Mark's place, my phone was flooded with apologies, excuses, and desperate messages. I ignored every single one. That's when it really sank in. She wasn't sorry for what she did. She was sorry she got caught. Mark didn't ask questions. He handed me a beer and let me sit in silence. That night, sleep barely came. Every time I closed my eyes, the image replayed itself. The next morning, the messages kept coming. Pleas, explanations, promises. I wanted none of it. I wanted peace. I sent one final text. "I'll have someone come get my things." Nothing more. As soon as I sent it, the pressure in my chest eased. I was done fighting for someone who had already chosen someone else. I stayed with Mark for a few days, ignoring Natalie's calls and even messages from friends. She had already started telling her version of the story, calling it a mistake, saying it meant nothing. But the video didn't lie. By the end of the week, her family knew. Our friends knew. Excuses don't survive evidence. I never yelled. I never begged. I never caused a scene. I simply walked away. And more than anything else, that was the strongest choice I could have made. Please help me reach 1,500 subscribers.